So Fable 5 was released by Claude, and literally a few days later, the government shut it down. Now, I was pretty fortunate that I early adopted and I got a lot of things done with Fable 5. I gotta be honest, I thought it was absolutely amazing. I think that this is only gonna last for a day or two, so even by the time this video releases, it might be out and about again. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is to give you a workaround to use Opus 4.8 and just making sure that you're maximizing it to the best of your ability. Now, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can basically maximize and ensure that you're using the right kind of model for the right thing, and more importantly, how can you get to as close to Fable 5 before it releases back out again and get everything completed that you were trying to do before. On top of that, once you get Fable 5, how can you maximize it by one swift little prompt that will give you the best kind of token usage, and on top of it, ensure that it's deploying agents the right way and not blowing through your credit budget. With that being said, let me just jump right into it and just kind of go over the news a little bit. So obviously, the big thing was that somebody apparently jailbreaked it in some weird form or fashion and really pushed it as far as the limits can go and what Claude has available. Once it did that, it was able to do some kind of cybersecurity issues. And then the government released that no foreign national or anybody in a foreign country can access this. Now, the reason they did that is obviously because of cybersecurity and everything that's going on. But Anthropic wrote this big letter, and I'll link it to the bottom of exactly what happened, what the instance was, and went back in and they figured it out. They've already kind of plugged the hole and now they're just waiting. Now, on top of that, they already said something which I thought was pretty funny. To date, the government has only given us verbal evidence of a potential narrow, non-universal jailbreak, which essentially consists of asking the model to read a specific code base and fix any software flaws. Our understanding is that this one potential jailbreak was shared with the government. We have reviewed a report that we believe is the basis of the government directive and validated that that level of capability displayed there is widely available from other models, including OpenAI's GTP 5.5, and is used every day by the defenders who keep the system safe. We will share more details over the next 24 hours. Again, now, got to kind of give it to Claude on this one, on this response. I also got to tell that Claude, before it released, I believe a lot of this was self-inflicted because they kept saying how powerful Mythos was in Fable 5, and they didn't want to release it and how dangerous it was. Maybe you should have like calmed down to the hype a little bit before you started releasing all that. It probably created a lot of radar to go out there, because if it is the same jailbreak apparently that they found is across all models, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you should have made it sound like it was as crazy as you thought it was, or whatever. Again, I think a little bit of the self-hyping that Claude did on this one kind of like was a self-inflicted result that led to government eyes kind of like showing through all this. But, you know, that's just, again, a very big opinion and a lot of speculation. But with that all being said, I only think that this is only going to last a few days, like I mentioned before. But in the meantime, here's a couple things to keep in mind. If you go to the screen, right, and you're currently inside of your instance of Claude, if you're on the web, always know that on the right-hand side, you have the ability of, you know, selecting the different models for the different things that you want to do. Now, for anything that is going to be very complex, like you're building, you know, let's say crazy tasks or an application that is going to require multiple steps or something that is very heavy in building, you're always going to use your 4.8. Now, if you have your max plans, meaning you're at the $100 plan or more, you're going to have the ability of changing the effort and going to max, or anything after max is going to be ultra code. And I'm going to show you ultra code in VS Code. Now, I'm going to show you how to maximize this, because sometimes when you're using 4.8 max, it will create subagents. So one of the things that you want to do is you're going to copy this particular prompt, and I'm going to try to include the prompt on the bottom. If not, just take a screenshot and just reenact it or redo it. So I came up with this little prompt for you. So use Opus 4.8. And again, this would change right here to say Fable once Fable is released again, because this is how I was doing it prior to us getting Fable taken away. For now, you could say use Opus 4.8 model to plan this task with the max effort, but use Opus, Sonnet, Haiku, or Opus with less effort for sub-agents and tasks, maximizing token and AI efficiency. And then I give it the task. Now, the reason I do this is even when I was redoing all my skills and agents using Fable, I was going ahead and I was always doing this where I had the planner always be Fable 5, and then some of the subagents being 4.8, unless it was something like security. And then I said, if it's security, if it has anything to do with payments, if I was building in apps, or anything that I believe required a bigger kind of processor or thinker, then I would use Fable 5. And by doing this, it automatically then assigned the subtasks with lesser models with less effort, and then it gave me really outstanding results. So if you want to do this now and you want to mess up with the model change, you can do that. Now, if you're using VS Code or Cursor or any of those other systems, you have the ability of doing that same thing here. So if I come in here at any point in time, I'm just going to say clear conversation. And by the way, clearing conversation and creating a handoff, I did go over that because that's another way you can save tokens and maximize agent efficiency. Because again, the context window remains the same, whether Fable or Opus. The more you give it in one setting, the more it's going to forget. So don't forget to create handoffs where you clear the conversations and you start over. But if you're in VS Code and you want to modify the model, you're just going to come in here, same thing. Model, you switch model, and you can pick between the different models that you have. And again, you would literally do the same exact phrase right here. You would drop it in here and you would build it based on whatever you have. Now, again, in my understanding, Fable 5 is not going to be, missing for long, but let's make believe you had Fable 5 enabled. You would just come in here and you would say, use Fable model, and I would have it on Fable to plan this task with a max effort, but then use Opus, Sonnet, Haiku, and Opus with less effort for subagents and tasks, maximizing token and AI efficiency, and then I put in the task. Now, on top of being able to select the model that you see here, right? You can also select the effort. So if I come in here, now, because you're using this in here, every time you hit the word effort, you can keep going back and forth and selecting whatever you need to do. Now, again, for the planning part of it and the proper execution of the orchestrator, meaning the person that's going to run all the tasks, I put it over to Ultra, which is the X high and the highest one, but it does deploy subagents in completing the task, and it does take a little bit longer. This is exactly where I would use that prompt after I select the effort. Now, there is a law of diminishing returns for anything after that. An extra high really is not the one that it comes default with. So if you come in here, most default is going to be on high. Extra high is a really good medium to get the best output for the best maximized token usage, at least in my opinion, based on some of the results that I had. And then going into max and ultra, and I got to be honest, there's very little difference between max and ultra. If you're going to go to max, you might as well just go to ultra. You might not have ultra available if you are not on the max plan, but again, it's just something to think about. But as you're going through, you could keep it on the X high, which is I think the fourth one here, and that honestly works really, really well. Great token usage, great output, and again, you can keep messing with it. The goal is, if you're kind of following along, is to get it to where you're going to pick the task that is equivalent to the skill or the requirement of that particular agent and that particular model and effort. So just keep that in mind. And that one prompt should really get you pretty far as you do your own research, and just like over time, you're just going to pick what you want, but this will at least get you there. Now, if you're using terminal, it's the same thing. If you come in here and you type in Claude, right? And you want to pick in your model, and I'll just kind of make this up a little bit higher, and you go to model, select model. And again, it's going up to Opus. Once again, later on, you'll get Fable, or will be when it gets reenacted, you'll be able to do that, but that will get you pretty far. And then in here, after you select your model, you're going to go to your effort and ultra code again for your big plans. But just remember, the second you hit ultra code, it starts going into workflows and things are going to take longer, because all the AI is going to do is create subagents, quite a few of them. And when it does is, if it deploys at 4.8, it'll be at 4.8 with all of them. That one same prompt will help you with your tasks, even when you're going into ultra code. I really do think it's a pretty powerful model, but this at least will give you a quick little workaround to get the max that you can while still maximizing tokens. And when Fable 5 releases, remember, all you're going to do is a switch where it says use Opus 4.8 here to Fable 5, and then let the AI decide which one it's going to use. So hopefully this helps, and we'll see you in the next one.